Hey everybody, this is Discord user Slappy White with Radish Digital, and we are coming to you live with BoBA Breakers Backstage, which is the newest content show featuring Bo Jackson Battle Arena. And who are we going to have? We're going to have all your favorite breakers, the ones who know the product better than anyone, the subject matter experts you go to every single weeknight. I'd say every Saturday or every Friday, but it's every night you go to them. You go to them every morning, every afternoon, every night. So what better group of people to turn to talk about Bo Jackson Battle Arena than the people who handle it more than anyone else, the breakers of Bo Jackson Battle Arena. And I am here tonight with my co-host, Tex Hooper. Tex, how are you doing?
I'm great, Slappy. How are you?
Great. I'm so, you know something? We've done a lot of shows, Tex. I'm both nervous and amped. That's a sign, like, you and I have done thousands of hours of these shows.
Yes.
It's not real nervous, but it's like excited nervous.
Yeah, definitely. I think tonight's gonna be a lot of fun. Something brand new, and we got a great group of people with us tonight. So let's get into it.
Okay, who do you want to bring on stage first?
Let's bring up from the Geek Toy Hunt, Reliant. We'll bring him up first.
Okay, and let me go ahead and find Tyler.
There he is. Tyler, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you guys doing?
Excellent. Let's bring up Big U Breaks next. Big U, where are you? Come on down.
Right
there
here,
he
guys.
is. How you doing?
Guys. I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me. Fun. Been enjoying ourselves with BoBA and excited for this, man. Thanks for including us.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Let's bring in from everybody saw him last night. I don't know if he slept yet or not. Let's bring in Soothing from Valley Hit House.
What's going on, guys? Working on a few hours of sleep, but we're here.
Hold on. I'm not sure if I can understand him. There's a little bit of something wrong with your audio. It's like it's going in and out. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, too soon.
Too soon. He does have a sense of humor. This is nice.
Oh, okay. Well, now that that's out of the way, let's bring on Cursive with on card with Cursive.
Hey,
how are you, sir?
Great. Good to be here.
Excellent. Where's Bubblegum King hiding? Of Bazooka fame. There he is.
Glad to be here. Thank you, guys.
How are you?
Doing good.
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, from Hobby Club, it's Chris.
There he is.
How are you, sir?
I'm great. And may I step in for Soothing? Mitch?
Yes,
it
sir.
takes real professionalism to work through AV issues. Well done. You guys did a great job.
Yes.
Thank you.
They did.
Go ahead, Tex.
I was just going to say, did you ever figure out what the issue was?
I believe it was an audio mixer in our OBS system, but I think I have a fix for it, so it will never happen again.
Fingers crossed, right? Fingers crossed.
Well, I think you know something. I wanted to get it out of the way, and I wanted to tease you a little bit because this doesn't have to do with our topic tonight. The topic we're going to cover, the blast box, which we'll get into in a second. But to open it, because you're all breakers on here, and of course Tex and I do content, is that, man, I'll tell you what, when we saw that technical issue, we were like, I think all of us on the stage were like, our hearts were in our chest, because we're just like, you do everything right. It's repeatability, and it still messes up. So you did everything you possibly could do. So I'm just curious with everybody else, is what was your worst? And Tex, I want you to go too. What was your worst technical issue that you guys have had so far in a break? And whoever wants to go first.
I can lead it off if nobody's going to start it. So
yeah, go for it.
I'll say, so we were streaming, and of course you make sure everything's plugged in. You try to make sure your phone's plugged in, computer's plugged in, all that good stuff. But I got to the office that we stream at like very late. And of course I didn't plug my computer in, and we're streaming, and my computer just completely dies. Like everything goes black. And I'm like, oh my word, what happened? And on our end, obviously the screen went black. But come to find out, my computer died, freaked out for a second, plugged it back in, all was good. But that was definitely the worst moment for us.
Wow. All right. What about Tyler? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. My biggest thing is lighting, right? It's lighting. And then I just go out of my office personally. And so I have a couple stands, and my office chair has wheels like most do. And so I'm constantly bumping into that stand. So if you guys ever see like a little earthquake thing going, that's something that I'm trying to work through. So, we all got our issues.
Definitely. Jason, have you ever had any big problems technically during a break?
Yeah, I'm like a bull in a china shop, dude. So I've knocked over many a cards, had avalanches, and then Stasher Pass was my worst nightmare. First time I did it, I started out doing just single shows and then started doing breaks. And I like to talk, so I'm talking and stuff during the break, and I forgot about the Smash and Pass and made somebody real angry. We made it better, but that was pretty nerve wracking making that mistake live in front of everybody. And so we recovered from it, so learned from it too. We're learning a little bit every time.
Wonderful. Hey, Chris. So which employee of yours has done the worst? Had the worst incident on air?
We actually don't have any technical difficulties at Hobby.
Oh,
Yeah.
smooth as silk
Oh my
all
God.
the time.
Remember the early days with Hobby Club when they're just like the Wi-Fi in the warehouse, the Wi-Fi in the warehouse. Like, oh
No,
my
it
God.
is very much the Wi-Fi in the warehouse. So we have a studio. Our warehouse has 2 floors. We have the main warehouse floor, and on the second floor, we've constructed this very humdinger of a studio that has gotten us through to this point. But recently, we had a lot of construction near the warehouse. They're putting in a new warehouse park, and that has knocked out a lot of the reliability for Wi-Fi to the point where we bought Starlink and installed Starlink on the top of the warehouse. That didn't work so well. So before our big blast,
shocking.
we said, guys, let's pull this out. And we went to an Airbnb that had a nice studio kind of set up in the garage, and that was our setup for the weekend. We were all there for the 62 hours, sleeping, streaming, treating, packaging.
Wow.
But yeah, it's Wi-Fi reliability is crazy. I get tip my hat to everybody that is a 1-man or 2-man team. We have 10 people, and it's a real struggle week in, week out.
Tex, I think we just have Tyler, right? Who hasn't?
Yeah, Tyler. Yeah. If he's got any horror stories.
Besides for the phones dying during stream, the worst I think is when the music dies and everything goes completely silent because that's your background noise. So you're just sitting there like, all right, guys, give me 1 second. Let me get this music going. But yeah, no technical difficulties here.
So let's get on to it.
All right,
the blast boxes.
So
the big
Tex,
blast breaks. Yes.
before you get to that, let me give the facts, because Tex, one of the things we have to remind folks, people watch you, but one of my previous jobs we think people know everything, but they don't. So I went to Bazooka Vault. If you're not following them on YouTube already, you need to, because they have the latest breaking news about Bo Jackson Battle Arena. And so just a couple things I want to go through, right? We all know it's limited. There's 750 boxes, foil sleeves, no serialization. Each box has 10 packs. You have 1 hero in the new Blast Battle Foil, 1 HTD play, 1 hot dog, also in the Blast Battle Foil. You have 1 on-card auto, at least, in every box. And then you have 1 pink blast, 1 of 1, or 1 bubble gum in each box. It's collated so that it's collated so that you have all the weapons in there. So that you're going to have, glow, fire, ice, steel. So it's interesting the amount of time they took to do it. There's 6 predetermined and there's 4 random. And the hero card, no hero card has a greater print run than 16, of course, for Bo. All heroes from the alpha and the update. Tex and I were just talking about this. There's 181 combined. There are 108 base heroes, 70 featured heroes, 3 sidekicks, Billy, CJ, and Bombeezy. The fire autos are to 5. The ice autos are to 5. The glows are 1 of 1s. The hot dogs are the home team discount plays. That's what the HTD stands for. I think I got the gist of all the details before we get into the blast box. Tex, am I missing anything before the experts in this room tell us we missed something?
I don't think so. Are we missing? Is there a bubble gum in every box?
No, or pink 1 of 1.
Okay. There is a 1 of 1 in every box, correct?
No, so it's a bubblegum blast foil or a pink hex.
Yeah, what I say are there are 2 big hit spots. Every box has 1 autograph, either those out of 5 fire and ice, or if you're lucky, the 1 of 1 glow auto. And in addition to that, every box also has a pack that's going to include either a gum insert or the 1-of-1 pink hex. So for me, 2 big hits in every box. I mean, they're all big hits, but 2 extra big hits.
That's wild. It's an incredible product. So has everybody in here broke it?
Nope.
No. Okay. So Big you have not broken it yet. In Geek Toy Hunt, Tyler, you haven't broken it yet either?
Not yet, no. I've been watching all the streams though.
Yeah, I've not ripped any packs. I've just received my cards from Blast Break.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So for Bazooka, Hobby, and Valley, what has been the thing that surprised you most about this product?
The cards, man, they look phenomenal. It is unmatched. I mean, I'm sure Chris and Devin can attest to it. It's
well, and the cameras don't do it justice at all. Like, no matter how good quality camera you have, when you see that card in person and you see it actually shine in the light, there's nothing like it. I think that's one thing. You can try to make it look as good as you want on camera, but like once you get that package and you open it up, it's like a whole different feeling.
Yeah, I've never been as excited to open a pack of cards, and I've opened tens of thousands of packs from dozens and dozens and dozens of trading card games. I've never been more excited than opening Blast Pack number 1 through Blast Box number 40 until I passed it over to Mitch during a marathon. It's a second to none card ripping experience.
It really is. And the chances at hitting something absolutely insane, I mean, is just tenfold what a typical BoJack. I mean, it's insane. I mean, you basically, what do we say, Devin? Like every 5 boxes, you should be seeing at least one of one.
Yeah, I mean, it's wild. And then obviously you add the glow auto on top of that, and it's like,
yeah,
it's crazy. I hope everyone gets a chance at some point to be able to rip one, at least a pack, because the experience is awesome.
Is there anything that you don't like about the product, or anything you would change about it?
No. Don't say, is there anything? You got to say, you have to give your least favorite, your least favorite thing about the blast boxes. And this isn't like the job interview, like I work too hard. It's not, the worst thing is not everybody can get one. What is the thing that you like the least?
I would say, for me at least, it's not even a bad thing, but it's just the fact that the cards are so nice that you have to put each one in a mag, and it makes the breaking process much longer. So it's like, don't make the cards as nice, because then we won't have to take as good care of them. Obviously, we want to take care of every card, but the fact that every single card needs to go in a mag does make the breaking experience a little bit longer. But that's also like by choice, I would say, a little bit. So, but there's really not a bad thing about it, but that's one thing I would say if I had to say something.
I think that's Chris's fault, isn't it? Weren't you the first one to decide that everything goes in a mag?
I don't decide anything, Tech.
And then everyone had to follow your lead.
What I will say is each card in Blast deserves the mag treatment, every single one. And so my guidance to the team making Blast for Griffey in the 2026 series would be, let's mag every card before they go into either packs or maybe even those boxes like Panini used for NT and Flawless. And if we want to go super crazy, then we could even look at Suitcase, and every little pack or box is out and you got to put your little cards in so you don't hear. It really is a premium ripping experience. So I hope that for the next set, there's more emphasis on the packaging material, specifically, everything already being magged. I think that would be a really nice touch. But at the same time, I say that, but man, the blast box, the size of it is perfect. And the design on the blast box, the foiling treatment, the sleeve, the acrylic that it comes in. So you would have to sacrifice that to put every card in a mag ahead of time. I don't know, but that's the only thing that I've thought of.
Yeah, I really like that idea though, Chris, with the Flawless, where they have the 3 hits and then they have the main one with, for instance, maybe the hot dogs and plays. But I like that. That's awesome.
We'll make sure Frenchie gets a copy of this show.
They can easily make a suitcase with all that awesome foiling on it with the same way the boxes. They can make a case the same way. So I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. So I got to redact my statement. I technically did break Blast on stream.
Okay.
Because of Madness and the team that I was on at National, my Madness team. Shout out Detroit Nation Collectibles. They actually sent me 2 packs from what they got, from what we won, because we got top 8 and great experience there. So I had a single show that night. It was coming in the mail. Knew it was there. Checked my mail. I opened my mail on stream. Immediately ripped my 2 packs. And then put a poll up that said, hey, here's my 2 hits. Which one do you guys want to rent in the single show? I was excited to rip them, but also excited to kind of share the love and say, hey, these were free packs that I wasn't expecting. They sent me the box with the acrylic, so that's on display in my office. But yeah, so technically, I got to rip a couple packs on stream.
Now,
Awesome.
Tex, I did want to mention we have the giveaway up. For folks who haven't done it, you head to radishextra.com/giveaways. This isn't Whatnot. There's no Whatnot giveaway. So we have something for folks who've seen him in the community, BRFTW, Big Rob for the win. He built our platform, which is a random selector for prizes. And so I'll tell you right now, you're never going to have a better chance to win a blast pack. Is that last time I checked, there were 14 entries in there. And part of the issue, and I'm going to explain something, I just want to make this clear to folks. We actually use the API from Block Packs, a company that's associated with Bo Jackson Battle Arena. And why you should care about Block Packs. It's a different issue. We'll talk about it another time. It's another show. But what you need to know is that Jeff Frenchie, he started a company, Block Packs, that BoBA kind of came out of. And what's interesting is there's different opportunities. There's no gate. Everybody can come in, but there's different opportunities you have over at Block Packs. So trust me, you will thank me for forcing you to open a Block Packs account. We're not going to do this first giveaway for a little while, so just calm down, relax, everyone. Follow the links, head over to Block Packs, sign up for an account, and then just go ahead and sign up for the entry. So you still have time to get in. We're going to be giving away 2 packs, and then they didn't arrive today in time for the show. We were going to rip 1 pack and give away each of the 3 cards, but what we're going to do is we're going to give away 2 of the 3 cards, the hot dog and the play that are in the 3rd pack. We will do it here. And then the hero from the 3rd pack actually is going to be given away to someone in the Radish Discord in the BoBA. Yes, Tex?
No, me. It's going to be given to me. I'll take it.
I will say, though, if you're looking at a blast, and at the current rates, right, a pack is worth, Tex, what, $700? If you want a $700 giveaway.
Well, let's see. According to eBay, 9,100 is the box that's on eBay right now that ends in 41 minutes. We're up to $9,100.
Well, I already lost that guessing game.
And we'll get to that. And so also the people on the stage, feel free. You guys are breakers. You haven't had anything for yourselves. 100% go ahead and sign up at radishextra.com/giveaways. Go ahead and you guys can sign up for as well. Tex, I do want to ask him a question. Jason and I want everybody to answer this, Bo Jackson Battle Arena hands you a blast box and says, you know what? This is for you. No strings attached. Do you break it? Do you keep it sealed? Do you sell it? Do you rip it and just drool over the cards? What do you do, Jason, with the blast box you're given? Boom.
Well, first off, I don't think it's my decision. My wife is going to rip it out of my hands and rip every pack that's inside that sucker. So we're ripping it. At Big U, we're definitely ripping it. So that's what we're doing.
Nice. All right.
That's
Tyler, you haven't ripped any yet, but have you participated in some of the breaks and have you received any of the cards?
I have not participated in any of the breaks. I've been watching all the streams, but I was lucky enough to win one of the TikTok challenges in Soothing's break that he just did recently.
Awesome.
So I'll be getting one of those packs soon.
And what will you do with it?
I told you I want to slab it to stop myself from ripping it. But I know I'm going to rip it right when I get it.
I think I am going to. I am also. I have a pack coming to me from Valley Hit House, and I think I will be sending that pack to PSA to be encased and graded. Chris, Chris, you're dying to say something. What do you want to say?
The Vince Glow Auto's in that pack, Tex.
Well, you can buy it from me once I get it back from PSA. It'll be available.
Wait. So we all know what Chris would do, and not to mix worlds with Wonders of the First, but he sees a 1-of-1 box and he wants to rip it. So if you personally win that box, what are you doing, Chris, with it?
Oh, we're breaking it on Hobby Club.
Oh, on Hobby Club. Okay.
Absolutely.
Not for yourself. When is the last time you just ripped for yourself, Chris?
I rip a lot for myself. So we buy collections quite frequently. And we have almost like the cheese tax for your dog whenever you open the refrigerator. so Dan and I have the collection tax where we'll typically rip. I don't know, if we buy 10 boxes, we're ripping one.
Nice.
And then those singles make their way into a Hobby Club singles show or as part of the first rule of Hobby Club. So it's all part of the cycle.
And by the way, Tex, do you want to, let's dox you on air. if you were given a blast box, which you were. Do you want to tell us?
I was informed that I won a blast box through the raffle
Nice.
that they had last week. Yeah. My name
Congratulations.
came up,
Yeah.
and I will be getting a blast box. It'll be here Tuesday.
Wait, hold on, Tex. I know you're looking around, Tex, because guess what? Will that be the first blast box in your house, Tex?
Nope. Because I have this one sitting here next to me that came from the National, from our 2 teams that we had in the National. Each team got a blast box, and I was mistakenly put down as a captain for the team, so they sent it to me. So it's remaining here in my basement until the rest of the boys in the Radish can figure out what they want to do with it.
All right. Well, so let me ask you. Tex is going to keep it, but Tyler, Devin, like anyone, are any of you guys going to keep it sealed? You all are going to rip it? Nobody wants to keep it sealed?
I already got mine from the National and I ripped it. Like literally, like it did not last. A minute.
Well, with what everybody else is saying, I'd probably keep it sealed at that point, because soon it's going to be. There's only 750 of them made. And
How many?
That's why you have to rip it.
What's that?
I said that's why you have to rip it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chris, you might have a handle on this, or maybe Devin, you do. How many do you estimate have been ripped so far of the 750? I know you did 25. Chris, you did 50. Valley, you did 25.
My guess is that 125 approximately have been ripped.
Okay.
So 110 on the launch week streams.
Yeah.
Devin did a great job whipping 25. I think that Mitch Soothing is the big winner. My goodness, your stream was chock full of heat. Your 25 boxes is incredible. So there's 50. And then Hobby Club, we did 50 boxes. SEMO had 2 5-boxers. Then the
that's right.
had an awesome unboxing video as the first ever box to get open. So we're at 111. And then I think about half of the recipients who got their box from Apex, either as a captain or as one of the Apex Playmaker participants, have probably ripped their boxes. So that's my 125 guess.
Okay.
About a sixth of the print run.
All right. So does anybody? I believe this will end up being the holy grail of BoBA boxes, of BoBA collectors. Eventually, this will be the holy grail. This box. Does anybody else? These packs too. These single packs too are going to be holy grails, because eventually they're going to be impossible to get.
And so just to be clear, Tex is comparing it to Alpha Jumbo, Alpha Hobby, Alpha Booster, Update Jumbo, Update Hobby, Update Booster. So he puts that number 1 in terms of value, dollar value in the future.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think I have a different take.
Okay.
I think that the Alpha Jumbo Hobby is the Cadillac of BoBA. I don't know how many of those are left sealed, but I promise you it's less than the amount of Alpha Blast that is sealed. Significantly less.
Really? You think there's that few jumbos
I don't know
left?
if a single sealed case of Jumbo Hobby exists. I think there's one maybe in Palmetto. I would have to ask Aaron. I think there may be another that a family in California had. I was trying to buy like 6 months ago, and he and his son decided to stick it in the closet. Maybe it's still there. But are there 10 sealed cases of Jumbo Hobby in existence?
Case or box? I don't know.
Case. Sealed boxes, are there more than 100? Are there more than 200?
Probably not.
I don't think so.
I don't think there's more than 200.
Yeah. So for me, that was the first product that kicked it off. We have to remember where Bo Jackson Battle Arena was during the National in 2024. There were how many people in the Discord? A few hundred? And there were
roughly.
Yeah, and there were no tournaments. It was just, hey, we launched this brand, and here's this cool big Jumbo Hobby box with 50 packs. To the point where Dan and I'll never forget this, ripped a case of Jumbo Hobby the night we got it, and it was gone like that. I think my wife was coming in. It was gone like that, and we were like, oh, that was pretty cool. And now we look back on that, and I'm like, man, I would pay $30,000 for one of those right now.
Yeah. What are jumbo boxes are still around? What are they going for now, if you can even find them?
We did a break on Hobby Club last Sunday. I remember this very, very distinctly because it was my last break before going on a travel week. And I put up 50 packs from a sealed Alpha Jumbo, and they sold for $80 a piece within 5 minutes. So I think that the current value of a Jumbo from Alpha is about $4,000, and I would place a premium on the case to take the case to $25,000.
Interesting. That's wild. Well, if anybody's sitting on a case, Chris is buying.
I am actually.
So if
this
you
is
want
an
to dip into
appropriate
the
time to say
archives,
yes, I am. Yes.
Hey, Tex, I'm curious about the serialization. We all know that Frenchie loves to serialize things. He likes to start with 0, never 1. Does anybody think they missed an? I mean, this was such a manual process. Do you think they missed an opportunity to serialize these, or you're saying now, like they're so rare that it's unnecessary?
I don't know. Let's put that out to you guys. What do you guys think?
I like that they didn't serialize it. I think that that's really good because I think it calls naturally questions about how were they made, and cereal box number 130 had this crazy thing. What's the progeny of the cereal box 130? So I like that they were exposed in print run, but without individual serialization. And the serialization to me is meant to create something inherently collectible for the product to stay sealed, which is completely at odds with the design of Blast. As we've heard from a number of different folks, Frenchie, Eric, Devin on his awesome Bazooka Vault unboxing video, this product was meant to be ripped, which is why shame on you, Tyler, trying to keep your box sealed.
Give it 2 months. I'll have the last one sealed.
That's right, and then I'll buy it from you.
Exactly.
Look at these cards. I mean, this is what my wife threw on the bed.
Oh, that's what she threw in at you?
Yeah. She was throwing some of my Vince cards that I brought, and they're just incredible. So I'm so excited to be able to rainbow Vince. Like I thought my Vince Young rainbow journey was over, and as soon as I did, they brought it right back.
And it's just beginning.
That's right.
Yeah. Right. So I got the Tim Brown spots in all the breaks. I was kind of talking to the first one, and then it just took off where it's like, I guess I got to get all of them. And I am 2 cards away from my rainbow. I need the gum, and unfortunately also the 1 of 1 hex. But I have the fire, the orange, the glow. So we just need 2 left. And,
is anyone else trying to build a rainbow?
Hey, Cursive, real quick. Sorry, Soothing. Cursive, I have the gum for you.
Thank you.
I got it in my box.
Bang, bang.
Oh.
Look at that. I was going to say, my counterpart, Adam, and I, we were planning on doing the Green Machine Rainbow. And, of course, as we bought into Hobby Club, we bought the Green Machine spot. We bought into Bazooka. We bought the Green Machine spot. Of course, when we did our break, there's no way for us to purchase that spot. And just so happened, we actually pulled the 101 Green Machine on stream. So that was really cool. But obviously it's going in a package and leaving. So we'll see what happens. Might be able to work a deal out with him, with who did end up pulling it. But it's kind of full circle. It's funny how things like that happen.
As a recommendation, Mitch, don't send it.
Just hold it for rental.
I sent Morrow the 1 of 1 shroud, and he was like, "Yeah, we'll definitely do a deal." It's been a year, no deal.
Yeah. Shroud just pulled another 1 of 1 shroud last night.
He did.
Wow. Now, as you all break on Whatnot, and I know there's been a lot of things happening with Whatnot as far as rule changes and different things. How have you found that that's affecting your breaks and what you need to do to break now? Whoever wants to jump in.
I have seen no issues with the new changes. I feel like with the way that BoBA is doing the hero breaks the same way, the way that BoBA is being broken on Whatnot with the hero breaks or the hot dog breaks, it still follows the new Whatnot terms of service. And that's probably the best way to break BoBA all around. So I don't see any issues with Whatnot and anything changing like that.
My absolute favorite breaks, and I'll remember these nostalgically because we cannot do them anymore, were pack battles, team captain box battles. When Galileo was feeling extra froggy, case battles, like that was really, really fun to do. And unfortunately, those things don't comply with Whatnot's terms of service. And so I think there's opportunity for breakers to do off whatnot breaks that are sold through another media that really feel like BoBA, and those battle breaks really felt like BoBA to me. So I am disappointed that we can't do those on whatnot. Hobby Club ran those for as long as we could until we got so many penalties that we had to stop. But I really hope that we don't lose that part of BoBA breaks, because they were a ton of fun, to the point where we've even considered, and I think we're going to do something like this at Hobby Club, using the Bo Jackson Battle Arena Play Hub to create a tournament style break format that we then run on YouTube or through Discord, selling spots ahead of time as tickets. And I'm excited to see either us or hopefully others kind of take that mantle going forward, because those breaks were a ton of fun. And we saw a lot of innovation over the last couple of months around them. What Devin and the Bazooka Vault team had done more recently on this concept of captains battling, and you're playing into a team, and then your team captain reaps all the benefit. I loved it. I thought it was really, really cool. So I hope we don't miss that, even though I understand whatnot making the change and why they did it. I'm hopeful that we can keep some of that.
Oh, listen to Chris. He's had his hand slapped enough time, even on this show. He's not going to say anything bad about his whatnot overlord.
We love whatnot at Hobby Club. They're our favorite partner.
Yes.
Kind of going off Chris, right? So one thing he did, shout out Galileo and Devin, really doing a great job kind of coming up with some cool ideas. The very first jumbo break I did was a captain break in honor of Bazooka team. Texas Tilt Boys the other day had a single show which had like an amazing kind of Vegas style kind of wheel spins that I am going to try to imitate in honor of that break, the next single show I have. But I think for as far as breakers, just coming up with new, fresh ideas, different things that are engaging the community, the chat. I'm all for it. Sometimes we might miss on some of them. Sometimes we hit, and you know, I'll be the first one to borrow one and let you guys know where I borrow it from, and say, hey, like, I saw Big you do this. This is why I'm going to do it this way as well.
Well, that's Anthony. That's a great point to bring up. What's the one thing you guys would like to try with blast boxes that are either too scary, or you're just like, no, I can't go there? I mean, right? This is like, you know, you stealing your parents' car, and it's like, do you steal the 2025 BMW 7 Series, or do you take the wood paneled station wagon from 1985? You're going to take the station wagon because you're going to get in a lot less trouble if it gets totaled. So with the blast box, that's a lot of pressure on you guys to do a break. I mean, it's like poor Mitch, like we saw him sweating. Like, you did great. And it's
that was because of the costume, but yeah.
but it's like there's so much pressure on the blast box to come out perfectly. What's the one thing you guys would like to try, but you won't do it with blast because you just can't go there and take a chance it might not work?
Well, I'll say this. The one thing that I've always wanted to try, and I even talked to Chris about this at one point, or maybe it was Cole, either way, the Hobby Club, about doing a weapon type break. And I honestly think that it almost works better in a blast product, because you are nearly guaranteed to hit a good majority of them, right? So, you have your plays, you have your hot dogs, you have your steel, fire, ice, glow that are all going to come out of there. You have an auto, and the auto obviously could be the steel, it could be, or not the steel, but the ice, the fire, or the glow. You have your 101 hex and your gums. And I think that would be a very interesting chase, especially in a single box break, because of course some people, it's breaking, right? Some people will miss, but the people that do hit, and that rush of, I have the 101 hex spot, like, come on, Chris, pull me the 101 hex. What are you doing? Is like part of the entire fun of breaking. And I really think that's interesting to me. I think that's something we want to try at some point. But I've always wanted to do it previously. This just gives you more opportunity to do it that way. So I guess that's my 2 cents.
What about like a power break as well? Have you guys tried a power break for the blast boxes yet?
Well, I mean, Chris is really the only one that's done blast outside of the big streams, so.
No, we haven't. I think the best way to open blast in smaller quantities is to add it to a break with alpha and alpha update products, either in some type of pick your hero or random hero format. Frankly, I think that power breaks end up just becoming glorified hot dog breaks, where it's 30 random things that don't have a connotation of, or an association to, something that's a little bit more emotional, like a hero or the 1-of-1 hex opportunity. So I don't know if we'll do power breaks for blast stuff at the hobby club, but it's an interesting concept. Although actually I take that back. Cole said very quickly after we bought our first blast box on the open market from one of the Apex contestants that we should do a single pack plus box in our traditional power breaks. He did that a few times last week, and apparently that did really, really well. So I think we may still see power breaks, but not a whole box, at least not on Hobby Club.
Do you know, do any of you have any plans, and if there's even any availability, to break more blast in the future, or maybe like Big U or Geek Hunt? Do you have any plans to try and get some boxes yourself to do a break?
What's that eBay price at? I don't know.
Well, I mean, have you been in maybe reaching out to Block Packs themselves or BoBA Battle Arena?
Yeah, I've definitely reached out to BoBA and not Black Packs directly, but I'd love to get the opportunity to work with it. Look, I'm very new to this. This is outside of my normal arena of, what I do professionally. And just a second to shout out all of these guys. Everyone pictured here has made it a point not just to help me with this, but has extended their hand to help me with this without even being asked. So I respect all these guys and what they're doing, not only with BoBA, but what they're doing with their companies professionally and the way that they're spreading, and they're doing it the right way. They're doing it by helping each other, and the professionalism and just pure joy that they're providing to people is real. It is real, and the support that they're providing to everyone in this BoBA community, which you hear a lot of, the BoBA community has been outstanding. So, look, I'm new to it. I understand you got to earn your stripes, and this is, I'm excited to be here. But yes, I would love the opportunity to get some hand on some blast. And look, the people on this call with us now in this conference call, they would be the first ones I call when I got it, to be like, hey, look, I got this. What do I do? What do y'all think? So that's how I would treat it. So
well, and Big U, you're talking about your background. One of the things Tex and I are going to be doing is we're going to be speaking with breakers one-on-one, trying to get a little bit to get to know them a little bit more. One thing I just wanted to follow up on because I think it I think it might have been Valley that you said you were the one addressing it. The format you'd like to see with the blast boxes, because there was a question from the community that said, are there, let's see, in light of the skunk risks on pick your hero blast breaks, are there any break styles that might be more buyer friendly that the breakers are working on for blast, and could you describe them? I mean, I think you just answered the question you hadn't heard. Are there any other thoughts though to that question? I just want to give everybody else a chance to, since he kind of was he had precognition on it. Does anyone else want to answer that? Or we can move on.
I honestly, that's a really good idea. Soothing. I mean, I had never thought of that. So if I now knowing what you just said, that would probably be my answer. Because I think, you get into power breaks, then that requires just so much product to make it make sense for everyone.
Yeah.
So weapon type breaks would be really awesome if somebody can make that happen.
Yeah. I agree.
I do like Chris's idea though about the blast product being a product that is added into jumbo boxes and collector box breaks as an added value, as an added hit, as an added chase for the people who are participating in those breaks. So I think that's another way to go too. So both good ideas.
Yeah.
Hey, and one thing Tex, I want to get their take on though was you and I were talking about the checklist, and was there any thought? And I don't know. Everybody on this stage, I think, holds BoBA in such reverence. You guys are going to think it's sacrilege for me to say it. What about for the blast box, just working with the featured heroes and leaving the base heroes out? Like, how would you guys have felt about that? Like, nobody said like that. Look at that. Like that. No. What? Why, Valley? Why would that not have worked?
I mean, you got to think about it. People have an emotional attachment to these heroes, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, just offhand, one of my good friends, John, can't see me. He has in a collection of Clutch and Donnie Buckets and Bison and Lady Magic, and those are chases for him. And if you're gonna remove that chase from a blast box for those people, you're hurting them. I mean, you're basically excluding them from them trying to complete their set. So I fully disagree with the idea of taking the non-featured heroes out. I mean, just even Tex. Tex chases Phoenix. Like, Tex would be pissed. I can only imagine.
His wife would be very happy. His wife.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. I got to complete that rainbow, man. I got the super, so
Yeah.
That forces you that definitely forces you into chasing a rainbow.
It does. Yeah.
Aside from the blast boxes, you see it in the regular streams too. You see a lot of people that are chasing base heroes over a lot of these featured heroes too, which is really awesome because you don't really see that in a lot of other TCGs or a lot of other collector cards where people are chasing base cards instead of the higher valued featured cards, which is actually really cool too.
Yeah, I have a question for Valley and Bazooka and Hobby Club. I watched a lot of all of your streams. I won't say I watched all of them because I do have to work and sleep at some point during these streams. But were you surprised by the number of first-time buyers buying into Blast? No? You weren't, Chris?
No, not at all. Not at all. And we had, during the 62-hour marathon, we had measured in the hundreds of first-time buyers, and for the Blast portion specifically, dozens. And about a dozen. And I think it's just indicative of the overall theme of Bo Jackson Battle Arena where we are today, which is right at the beginning of the awareness curve, and it's just skyrocketing. I think that hundreds of people are learning about BoBA every day. I mean that, hundreds. So no, it doesn't surprise me at all that we've had that many first-time buyers in any of these shows. And I love seeing it. I absolutely love seeing it. It is my favorite thing to see when watching a Bo Jackson Battle Arena stream, period. Does not matter who the stream is. The made a first purchase is the greatest single animation, aside from bazookas, that comes up during a BoBA break.
Well, that's, to Chris's point, Tex, is that Frenchie said when folks were saying, I don't know anybody who won the raffle for the blast box. And Frenchie said, listen, this Discord is that I don't know what we're in the 4 digits for the Discord community. But he said, folks don't understand. We sell to a lot of people, and it's a little bit of an small community chamber that folks don't understand is we're the minority. We're no longer the majority, like the cat's out of the bag. And I think that's something that most of us don't realize about BoBA. I mean, Chris certainly does from his giant streams. And of course, all of you is that I'm sure, is there anybody on here who doesn't get somebody new who is just, they're chasing the BoBA and you don't know them from Discord, right? You're going to have your usual friends come into your stream to support you. But I mean, do any of you not have somebody new come in who just is caught by the BoBA when they go ahead and search it?
Yeah, I would say every stream there's at least like 5 new buyers that I notice. I did the first time, the last stream that I did a promotion through Whatnot, and seeing the analytics that come out of that were pretty cool. So I think I had like, I don't remember what the numbers were, but it tells you the breakdown of people that came in from the promotion, if that turned into a purchase or not, and the numbers from that. So, again, every time you break, there's at least a handful of people that are first-time buyers, and it's really nice to see.
I encourage everyone that streams to create some aspect of the show around acquiring and attracting first-time buyers. I think that at Hobby Club, one of the mistakes that we made over the last couple of months is really maybe even overemphasize getting first-time buyers to the point where people who are Hobby Club were like, what about us, man? We're here spending a lot of money and we're here with you every show. There's no love. So I think there's a balance where you need to marry the value and have people that are watching the show receive a strong benefit if a bunch of first-time buyers come in, which is why we pivoted towards this idea of the first-time buyer bar and that unlocking cool giveaways or well-priced flash sales. I really love something that Devin did recently on their show last Friday, which was the Rookie Corner. I loved that. As, hey, these are auctions specifically designed if you've seen BoBA but you haven't yet gotten into it, for you. This is just for you. And frankly, that is our mission as streamers. I think our jobs, everybody that's on this screen, are to serve as awareness and new fan acquisition. That is the value that we can provide to the BoBA community and obviously the company that's making the product. We are distribution, and it's frankly for me 2 first-time buyers. There are millions of users on Whatnot, millions, and a fraction of a percent have seen BoBA. We've got to change that.
There's a great question from the audience here that I want to ask you guys. It's from Telcott, and he says, "Do the breakers think having large breaks for a limited product like Blast, in terms of plays, hurts the gameplay for a TCG, where one buyer can now own a majority of a single play card?"
So to answer that, my answer would be, I think like this, you could call it like the Blast Marathon month, whatever you want to call it. I think that was mainly just for like the awareness of the product, just to get it out there. But this is going to be a product that's like slow dripped all the way up until the National next year. So people are going to have opportunity to get those plays, get into breaks where maybe they can get a pack and try to get those plays. So yes, it might feel like that at first, but that's promotion, that's brand awareness, trying to get the product out there. And then it will, slowly filter into streams over time.
Yeah. So far, we've had about 1/6 of the boxes opened. There are 125 of each play. They're all printed equally, 7,500 packs, 6 different plays. The math's out to 125. The most that we saw impactful, I would say, during the Hobby Club show was Recycle hit like 14.
Which is a good play. That's a very good play, too.
And it's a very good play. That would be, I think, a crazy outlier that they've cornered the Recycle market. But ultimately, they're going to want to recuperate their investment in buying the Recycle spot. So I think those plays are going to hit the singles market. I don't see any problem with these mega big breaks having a cornering on any one play, hero or hot dog.
All right, so Tex, I have to share with you, Bazooka Vault, who revealed what the Blast Box was going to be, is that, and by the way, in Devin's defense, he did say at the time, Bazooka said, "Listen, this is a guess. It could be wildly under. It could be wildly over." These were Devin's words when he got word of the Bazooka or the Blast Box. He said that the HTD plays would be $35 to $50 each. He said the hot dogs would go for $10 to $30 each. Hot dogs out of the Blast Box for $10. Who would sign up for that?
I will buy all of them.
Yeah.
I asked Eric how much he would bid for the Malik Neighbor spot on 50 boxes. And Eric said he would have gone up to $1,500, maybe $2,000.
Wow.
And that was for one hero. And that's when I knew this was going to be every bit of a $5,000 to $10,000 box, because people have that emotional connection, like you were saying, Tyler, to all of the different hero cards. Like me with Vince Young, super emotional connection. All it takes is one person. That was always going to set the tone. And then not coming from a player perspective, seeing how excited, and maybe that was a bit of gamesmanship from Devin so that he and Derek could get all of the plays, but seeing how excited all of the players were about some of the HTD plays like Recycle and Steel Defense and others, it was just, none of these cards were ever going to be less than $50, not even the foil hot dogs.
Hey, Tex.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just let me know when we got to give away a pack. So let me know when it's a good
Okay,
time.
do the pack right now, quick, and then I have another audience question.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and let's see. Radish Extra is that, and right now you have 40. You're 1 out of 40. Like, what a great.
Was I allowed to enter this? I didn't enter. Should I have entered?
Yes. You're gonna get another chance. Hold on a second.
So these are the best odds there have ever been to win a Blast Pack right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, definitely.
Okay, who's it gonna
all
be?
right,
Let's go.
All right, here we go. Good luck. Good luck.
T. Luke,
27.
Nice.
T. Luke, are you in the audience here? Are you watching? If you are, let us know.
Yeah,
and congratulations.
Make sure yes.
And then, hey, Tex, before you hop to that next question, let me get a chance to answer the last two real quick. So, one thing on the Blast stuff, I kind of put a valuation on the hot dogs around 80 plus, and I think it's going to be a little bit and a little more on that plus side. But as far as the plays, we're starting to see things coming on the secondary market already. There's things in the Discord. I actually bought a blast play today. I thought at a great price for the heads I win, tails you lose. And as soon as I seen that go, that was an easy buy for me. I have it in all my decks. So we are trying to see what these cards are going to be valued at. And as soon as they start hitting and how quickly people are buying them, at what price they're at, then we'll know, like, hey, that's probably the floor. You know, if a card sells within 10 minutes of being posted, then yeah, that's the floor.
Yeah.
Excellent. And are you willing to do you mind telling us, or at least a ballpark of what you paid for that?
For the play I picked up was 75, but I think I've talked to Branch on a few of the plays, and I don't think there's a play in Blast that's going to sell for less than 35, even if it's just to have the card, just to say you have a Blast card. I think people are paying $35 for plays that may not sit in people's decks. And we know we've seen some other plays go in the hundreds already, and I think there's a few Blast plays that are going to get in the hundreds. So,
anyone want to guess what I paid for this? Gum Vince.
And that's a 1 of 1, correct?
No, it is not a 1 of 1.
Oh, it's a 1 of 3?
Maybe 3 to 5.
3? 3? Oh, 3? I'm going to say you paid $2,000.
6,500.
That is exactly the number.
$2,000?
You crushed that. It's technically 2,500, but that's because I bought and this is the burnt orange color match.
Ah.
It's the burnt orange fire. And
Wait. That's
twice.
burnt orange?
What's that? Yeah, burnt orange fire.
But
it kind of looks a little Clemson orange, but it is burnt orange.
it might have a little Syracuse orange to it, actually. I got to get that up here and take a look at that in the bar.
Yeah. So yes, that's exactly how much I bought for that gum, 2,000, and I will pay every bit of 5,000 for the Pink Hex 1 of 1 and the Glow Auto 1 of 1.
Well, speaking of evaluations, Josh McCann in the audience asked, many of us are starting to trade Blast cards. Can you chat about your thoughts on card values? Maybe future and base tiers.
Before I answer, did Bigler have the AI spot in your break, Mitch?
No. Who had the AI spot?
Sanders.
Hold on. I believe it was Sander. Yeah, Sander.
All right, well, Josh, you'll have to let us know how much you pay Sander for that Pink Hex 1 of 1
Hey,
AI.
you want to hear something really, really cool about the AI spot? I talked to Eric this morning, and the AI Pink Hex was actually an error card. And the Pink Hex was an error card because, hold on, let me grab it.
I have a question about the other error card, too.
Yes,
we'll
talk about that here.
Yeah.
So this is your typical 101. We have 8 of them. Uh-oh.
Yeah, there you go.
We pulled 8 of them.
That's only 8?
We have other ones to look at.
Oh, boy.
But,
humble brag.
So you'll notice that on LaMelo, he has no hex in the background of his image. But AI does. And according to that is the only card in Alpha Blast that has the original hex model in the back. So,
priceless.
Anyways, not to make the card more expensive for you, Bigler, but yeah.
Before we move on, let's address that question quick. Where do you see the values in these cards right now? Or where, like, what do you see the steals going for, and the bubble gums and the glows?
So
if people are looking to trade,
Kevin, you want to start on that?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was just looking at a Cupid on the steel, 90 power. I don't see that card selling less than $100.
Yep.
Like even 150, and that's like a 90 power steel. So I think, like,
so you're saying the floor is at least $100, you think?
Yeah, even on like those low power heroes, like they look so good. They're such a collectible. It doesn't matter if you've been I'm not a Jordan Love fan, but I would buy that card for $150.
Yeah. So
they're out of 16, right?
Yeah.
On a single show for his birthday, I think it was Friday, and it went for 120. And same for me. I don't think there's a single hero in Blast that goes for under $100.
Mm-hmm.
And if you find one for that, then you better pick that up quick and see that one. Yeah.
We'll be posting our updated buy list on Tuesday, but a spoiler, we'll be including Blast singles in that buy list. It's the first time that we've had a singles buy list, and that's exactly what our steel buy list price will be. You can sell Hobby Club any steel Blast hero. We'll buy it for 110.
I'm going to make this a bit personal for a second. I've been in all of your breaks. I've had Phoenix in all of them. I've hit 2 ice and 3 glows. That's it. I watched, or Frenchie actually hit me up in a break the other night that I was not in, where the bubblegum Phoenix got hit.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. Oh, was that in Bazooka? Was that in your break?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, that was. We did like three blast chaser packs.
Yeah, 3 or you had a few packs. Yeah, and it got hit in that. If I was going to put an offer out on that, where would you say a fair offer would put me? That high, you think? Really? At $2,000?
That's a feature hero. Devin, I don't know that I'm paying $2,000 for the Timmy bubblegum, but we'll talk.
Yeah, no. We can work a trade on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Here's my question to you, Tex. Because congratulations to the Broncos tonight, by the way. If there are 3 of those gums and you need it for your rainbow,
I know,
and there are 3 massive Denver fans, are you going to let it go? That's
I'm
my
not even a
approach.
Denver fan. I really like Bo Nix, and I got to complete this rainbow. So
that's my approach with Vince. Aside from the fact that Cole and I are going to be going to DKR for the Texas versus Texas A&M game and tailgating with a hobby club tent with the purpose of evangelizing BoBA to all of the Texas, maybe some of the Aggies fans. Before they come in and all want the Vince cards, I need to buy them all. But that's been my approach with Vince. Everybody makes jokes in Discord like, oh, Chris will overpay for the Vince Young Rainbow. And I suppose that's true. But you have to ask yourself, as more people come into this, I think we'll see 10x fan growth over the course of 2026.
Mm-hmm.
There's not 10 gums for Blast. Right. So I'm doing what I can now to make sure that for my PC, which is Vince Young Rainbow, that I get every single Vince card.
Okay, back to the error. Now that I have to get a second job here to buy this bubblegum card. Thanks for that. You couldn't have lowballed me on the show, so I could at least take that to the guy.
I'm sorry.
The cat error card. I've seen one. Have there been any more pulled? I haven't seen any more pulled. And have we found the Crushman with the cat on it? Because
we have found the Crushman, but it did not have the cat error. So expectation is that the Crushman is totally good. And then we also pulled other weapon types of cat, and they were also unaffected by the error. So I think it's just steel.
Mm-hmm. There's only 16. Yeah.
Yep. And has anybody seen another one get hit? Another error get hit? Is it just that one still?
I'll put my hand up. I'm a buyer. Somebody has one.
That's a freaking cool card. That's a really cool card.
Yeah.
I know Jeff and Eric hate it because it's an imperfection to what their pursuit was, which was the perfect product. But man, is it freaking cool. Because I love error cards.
Mm-hmm.
And that one is just, oh my God. There was that one error in Alpha where Marcus Allen had a couple, maybe one unsigned card or two. That was kind of an interesting error. But this one is just like, oh my God, it's so good. It reminds me of Tyler is a big Pokemon guy. The no HP Persian that was in all the Nintendo Power magazines. Like it had such a cool story that it was, you get it in Nintendo Power. It doesn't have HP, which is such a glaring error. It doesn't take a genius to know what the problem with the card is. This one is even more glaring, and it's in such a prominent in your face ripped product. I think it might be the coolest error card I've ever seen. I absolutely geeked out about it. Not live during the show, but after in retrospect, I was just, oh my God, it blew my mind.
Well, and adding to that, like Cat's art is one of the best in Alpha. So like people immediately, like they would then look in the top left to make sure it's Cat, and it says Crushman. And it's like, and Crushman has a cool card. So it's like, that is, I need that card.
It remind me, Devin, does it say Adley Rushman or does it say Carl Anthony Towns?
I don't remember that part.
I can't remember either.
If I can interrupt for 1 minute, we've had a sale. The first, as far as we know, the first public sale of an Alpha Blast box has sold for $9,100.
Wow.
So it's the first public auction. Hobby Club has actually bought 5 of the
Blast boxes. It's the first public one. Yeah,
first public auction. Just wanted to make sure that was clear. I did not buy that.
So now, Chris, how is that going to affect you going forward as far as what you're paying for these boxes?
The last box that I bought, which was today, we did a deal before this auction finished, and I appreciate that person, and I'll make them anonymous in case they want to reveal themselves. But our very fair deal was, why don't we just take what this box sells for, remove the eBay fees, call it a day.
Yeah.
And we made that deal before the box finished. So I didn't know what it would end at. I thought maybe 10, but Hobby Club had a bid on that box up until I think like 7 or maybe 7,500. Past that, we're a business at the end of the day. So I had to, even though I wanted it, we had to say no, I think.
If for as much as that sold, I'm actually kind of surprised, and I want to know if anyone else is, that it didn't go for over 10,000.
Hey, hold on.
Is
So
anyone else surprised?
Tex, along that lines, let me just do a quick recap. I asked everybody on the panel to tell me what they thought it was going to go for.
That's right.
And it went for what, Tex?
$9,100.
Okay, so Tex Hooper guessed $10,727. Cardio Cole went for $10,250. And then we had, let's see, Geek Toy Hut is that Tyler said it was going to be over 13,000. Big U came in at 15,000. And let's see, I think I'm scrolling back through the comments. We'll leave it at that. Sorry, Tex, go ahead with your question. I just want to throw it out there where everybody, but it also goes to show 750 boxes, many of them ripped, very little in the wild. You guys know this subject matter better than anyone else. And you see that huge disparity because, of course, right, we have no idea how big the BoBA community is. So you can't really tell what the price is going to be. It's not Discord, so you don't know how big it is.
I was just saying, I'm surprised it didn't go over 10,000. And is anybody else surprised by that?
I'm not. I think I put like 8,000. I think a lot of people put those bids in early, so you see that climb, and then it kind of like sits there, and then you might get a couple little snipes at the end. But I think that that was an amazing price. Congratulations to who won that. So I hope they don't break that, and that stays still for them on a display somewhere.
Yeah, and there were 28 bids placed on this, and nobody came in and sniped. It hit 9,100 at about 1:15 Pacific time today, and that's where it sat until the auction ended. So nobody coming in trying to snipe it.
When they were announced, the blast boxes, I was sitting at thinking they were going to be, $3,000, $4,000 on the secondary market. So that's more than 2 times. And I'm pretty knowledgeable about TCGs and collectible cards and all that stuff. So seeing that price on a box like that is actually.
I'd like to lend some credibility to Tyler's statement. Tyler got me into this industry.
Oh, really? Oh, interesting. That's wild. That's a story for another day.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely want to hear about that. So how is this going to affect breaks going forward? Do you think if more of this product is released to breakers and stuff, now that we're at this price point, do you think that is going to affect things is on your end going forward?
So I think part of the reason why it went for $9,100 is because it's sealed, it's serial, it has a serial number on it. So I think that from a collectible standpoint, there's probably somebody who's just going to keep that on a shelf. I think we're still not far off for a sealed box not in an acrylic case. I think secondary market might actually be somewhere around like that $6,000 to $7,000. But yeah, I think this 9,100 is probably a collector who wants to is playing the long game for this product. And, which is actually a phenomenal deal if you think about it that way, in the trajectory that the game is going.
Yeah, it's almost like Alpha Trilogy is still around. He definitely would have won the auction. And he would have put it away. It's I know for one of the 2 boxes we're getting for the Radish teams is like, I'm 100%. I want to put it away. I want to vault that for years. Put it away. No, Chris, that one, I still sit on. I have one of everything. I've got one of every booster, blaster, hobby, and jumbo from Alpha update. And this is the last piece of Alpha Trilogy that I don't have, and I at least want to own a piece of it. Hey, Tex, one question that I had for him, and I also just want to remind folks, head to radishextra.com/giveaways we're giving away a second blast pack. As Chris put it, like, these are the best odds you're going to have to win a $900 pack. And we just gave one away. We're going to be giving a second one away. You just got to connect your Block Packs account. It's very easy when you go to radishextra.com/giveaways. Just choose login with Block Packs. If you don't have an account yet, just go ahead and sign up. That is the company by Frenchie, Jeff French. If you're watching this, you know who Frenchie is. It's his company. So feel free to do that. We'll cover block packs another day. But one question text that I did have is that how would this product have landed differently if it was not free? If it was sold if it was sold at the retail level, if there were Dutch auctions, how differently would this product be being received right now if that hadn't happened?
I don't know. That's an interesting question. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. I think it would still be received very well by the community. But yeah, I don't know if the overall, like if the prices would have skyrocketed as much.
Well, because
does anyone else have a thought?
And just so everybody knows, like Tex and I have been watching Jeff with his different business ventures for 4 years. He's the most, you think about Elon Musk and Steve Jobs is what people who, everybody gets a glimpse of them. Jeff French and like, oh God, Jeff is he's such an introvert. He's gonna hate when I say this, but he is a Steve Jobs. He is Elon Musk. This man is incredibly talented and creative. His specialty is like he might not build physical things, but his creativity is that he is more creative than any human being I've ever met. And so I would love to have Jeff talk about the rationale why it wasn't just a thank you. Like, first of all, he's incredibly appreciative of the community, the people who supported this back when it was an idea. So I'm not taking that away. Absolutely, it's a thank you. But I also know Jeff has a creative angle and he knows how it's going to land and what emotions it's going to evoke. And it feels like there's an emotional attachment to the blast boxes. I feel like I don't have an emotional attachment to the jumbo. I have an emotional attachment to my jumbo box that's going to go up in value. But the blast box is more special, I think, partly because it's this kind of a relationship with BoBA, with what they're doing is like they're giving this back to you, the customer. And like, can you ever imagine Topps doing this? It's so the anti-Topps, and it's a beautiful gesture.
I think, and I think about this in terms of the way that I perceive the BoBA brand. I say all the time whenever we're live on Hobby Club that this is the most exciting challenger brand in sports. Mm-hmm. It is. And I think what the companies to challenge all have in common, Upper Deck, Topps, Panini, they have a crazy premium product. What is the crazy premium Leaf product? $1,000 box, $1,500 box. Crazy premium wild card. Every other sports card brand or collectible card brand, Magic the Gathering. None of them have that sapphire, eminence, flawless style experience and price point that comes with it. And Bo Jackson Ballerina just created it in its first year. That's incredible. That's incredible. Yeah. They crossed the, I think, big chasm of a fun brand that's doing cool stuff with a brand that's going to challenge the Topps, Panini, and Upper Decks of the world. And it was having this type of premium opening experience. And you don't just create that, right? You don't just say, I'm going to make this product and I'm going to sell it for $10,000. You have to create a feeling that people have whenever they're opening it or whenever they're looking at the card. And that's what the BoBA team did. He recreated, I'm going to steal Derek's story, Devin's partner over at the Bazooka Vault. Derek called me after you guys opened your first box, and he said, I haven't felt this way since Devin and I drove 400 miles and we ripped our super auto Waddler.
Yeah.
So they created in this product the ultimate nostalgic recollection of somebody's first encounter with the brand. Incredible.
They've managed to turn this into an experience, not just a pack of cards or a box of cards.
Well, and I think to answer your question a little bit, sorry to interrupt. I think somebody was getting ready to talk. I think if they would have just sold it, people in the community probably would have said, oh, well, this is a cash grab. But they're trying to create that experience by allowing breakers to, put it back out into the community. And, obviously there's a lot of takes on that with, breakers getting it and stuff. But like this product was designed for live selling, and they took a handful of those and said, we're going to give those back out to the community, which is, again, Topps isn't doing that. Panini's not doing that. Nobody's doing that. So, and
live selling is also one of the #1 new fan acquisition sources on the planet for a brand. Hobby Club over the last year has had 16,000 unique order recipients in a year, 16,000. And 90% of our streaming over the last year has been focused on Bo Jackson Battle Arena and Wonders of the First, probably a 2-to-1 split there. So that's just one group of ding dongs in a warehouse. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I'd like to say, this has been in the works, obviously. And look, I don't know anybody at BoBA. Everybody in here I've met, within the last 3 months. They obviously have had this planning, organizing BoBA with this product line. And I don't know their numbers at all. I don't know their business plan, their marketing, their strategy. But I do know that the hobby clubs, the Valley Hit House, the Bazookas, the CMOs, at all of us, this is their mouthpiece. This is their mouthpiece. And the excitement that I see on Devin's face specifically when he's talking about it. I mean, look at him now. Look at him. He's laughing right now. Is what they want their mouthpiece to be. And I think that's intentional. That's intentional that it wasn't just thrown to the stores, whatever the brick and mortars out there and gave them some signage and things like that and said, hey, I'll send you some content for a video to put on TikTok, YouTube, whatever. It was, hey guys, we created this incredible product of 2 amazing lines that we launched. We combined them, made it magnificent. Now you go do your thing with it. I think that was genius. I think it was a great move on BoBA's part. And I think that their creativity, both on the, talent acquisition, the artistic flair, creativity, and their business sense and marketing is top notch. And I think that's why they're doing so well.
Yeah. Keeping this product hidden, like we've mentioned a few times, like they've had these autographs that were sitting on for a while. They've had athletes that were signing these that have had leaked images that we didn't see any blast product out there for this entire year. And then it was announced and it was like, oh man, like everyone just got super excited for it all over again.
Yeah.
Tyler, I have a question for you. Something you mentioned a little bit ago that I wanted to touch on. As far as the TCG goes, where does this product, like now we've seen it sell for $9,000 a box? What is the equivalent in like the tabletop gaming world or the card gaming world of this product that brings such a value?
I don't see anything. I don't see anything that's similar.
Really?
Honestly, you look at Pokemon, you look at Magic. Nothing compares value-wise, community wise. Honestly, this sits out completely differently.
Magic 30. The Magic 30 set was crazy premium. Reprint of the Lotus. That was a several $1,000 box. That's probably the closest comparison. It actually is exactly the closest comparison. The point of Magic 30 was let's celebrate the last 30 years of Magic by pulling the best cards and sticking it into it, and boxes exploded and went to thousands on secondary, but infuriated the Magic community because of exactly what Devin said. It's cash grab. Total cash grab. And this was the opposite. They did all the great stuff with Magic 30 without the bullshit. Sorry for my typical hobby club language. And that's a master stroke from the Bo Jackson Battle Arena management team.
Yeah,
it's okay, Chris. My kids are asleep, so you can.
Yeah, wait. Usually, I'm the first one to swear on stream. Usually, I'm the first one that swears.
My kids let me know. They look at me every time Chris swears on a stream. Big U brought up Simo, and I just want to point out Simo. A lot of breakers. Everybody wanted to be part of this panel. Appreciate everybody just excited to be part of this new venture. Simo, it was his birthday. He was actually still going to make it. He goes, I'm not sure what I can't remember, his wife or girlfriend has planned. And I was like, dude, it's your birthday. I'm like, we don't need you getting your Mrs. mad. But hey, I just want to point out, guys, the person who won the blast pack, that's actually Jacob Luke from Lake Country Cards. His dad. His dad ended up winning that.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
in a plug for Lake Country, that this Thursday they're gonna have 5 blast boxes and 2 jumbos that they're doing. So if you want to hear about his dad winning, that blast, you can tune in there. Go ahead, Tex. I'm sorry. I didn't want to. And just a reminder, sign up we have the second blast pack that we're going to give away. And then what we're going to do is when we get it, we'll rip open the third blast pack, and the hot dog and the play we're going to give away to somebody who comments on the YouTube. So we still have a second blast pack we're going to give away at the end. You don't have to be present, but make sure you sign up. Head to radishextra.com/giveaways. And you can sign up there. You just have to log in with your Block Packs account.
Right.
I wanted to bring up something quick. Busted Nux in the audience here has said, and I think this is key because I know this is something that was one of the big factors in Frenchie and the development of this product and everything and stuff, and from how he came up with the original idea and everything. But he said Busted Nux said, "It's been a bonding experience to get into boba and wonders with my son, and we still look forward to learning the games." So, and I think that's a great testament to this product, is that it's not just for us collectors and us, adults here. It's amazing for kids. It's very kid friendly. The game's easy to learn. It's easy to pick up. Anybody can play it, and I think that's a great thing that he said, that he's able to do this with his son, and they can both experience his product in a different way. And hopefully, we'll see him on a team in the national.
All right, and so one of the things that Bubblegum talked about in his video, when you talk about seeing him at the national, he talked about that there were two things he covered. I think we just got to cover. I want to catch before we go out. One was these blast boxes are not a one-off. I don't think that gets talked enough about. Like, that's what Bubblegum was talking about. Like, these aren't the only ones. They're going to do this next year. And it wasn't clear in your video if they're going to do it in perpetuity or they're just kind of a 2-year run. I assume it was, we're going to thank our community every year and going to use this as part of the mix. And then the other part talking about national is that the hot dogs, of course, it was a hobby club stream where Frenchie came in there and he said there's going to be hot dog inflation. In case you haven't suffered enough in America in 2025 with real inflation, Frenchie says, I'm putting that hot dog inflation down on you. Now, all joking aside, he has to, right? You've got to make Apex Madness and Apex Playmaker mean something. So what we're possibly looking at is to play an Apex card. It's going to take 2 hot dogs instead of 1, so that you can end up using those Apex cards. And by the way, I got to put this out there. Bubblegum, you were playing in Apex. Cursive, you were playing in Apex Madness. The rest of you guys is like, I know, Chris, you were on a team. I didn't see you across the table. I don't think the other guys that we saw you across the table. But Bubblegum, people still to this day don't know that Apex Madness was war. Tell me you don't talk to people.
Yeah, no, it is. And like, the crazy thing is, I think a lot of people, when they heard that, they were like, well, there's no way that's going to work. And again, this is just a testament to Frenchie and his genius mind that he has. It's like, he had this plan and he knew that it was going to be the craziest thing. And Branch, Bastatin, they ended up winning on a flip in Apex Madness, which is insane. So yes, it's war, but there's a lot to it that literally makes it feel much more than just, oh, I have a higher power, I won. It's really fun.
On that, I see a lot of people who do come into the streams too, and I would say half of them are always saying, can I get the hot dogs so I can play with my son, with my daughter? Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of people in the community that are playing this game with their kids, and that's awesome to get the kids involved with this too. Because now you see a lot of the kids that are super hyped to rip boba. You see a lot of the people in the community. You see B-Dub Hub, Son, you see everybody, all the kids are excited to rip boba. Right. And that's what's awesome too. Getting the kids involved to be able to play a game, sit down and play a game. It's hard to do nowadays to get the kids focused on something other than being on their phone and all that. But having the kids play is huge for boba.
Yeah. I have my 7-year-old at school. Sorry to cut in there. He's handing out free paper boba cards to everyone at school, doing all the good boba work, trying to get all his friends and all their dads looking into it. So I have dads come up to me and say, hey, what's this boba thing? I kind of looked into a little bit, and we're just trying to get the word out. So we have a ton of paper sitting here, and hopefully it's finding good homes out there.
Yeah, according and I'm reading off the chat here for a minute. There's a lot of great stuff in here. Davey says, my whole family loves ripping boba. Haven't played much yet. Deadly Ice Awoken. Very family friendly and a fit for all ages, except for those late night streams. Can't me. Well, I think I've seen in a couple of the breaks. He says, I was in the Army for 26 years. Thank you for your service. And really gave my time and effort to that career. I am now retired. My wife and I now share this hobby, and it's our first real hobby that we have together. So that's great. Steel City hobby. My son hit a 1 of 10 wizard hex. He has been hooked ever since. It was his first pull. So yeah, this is exactly what Jeff envisioned when he had this product. That would be something that families would be able to play, kids would love it, adults would love it. So it's a testament to Jeff once again in his amazing vision.
There's been some talks of having a couples tournament. I don't know if I can announce that yet, but there is some talk of
Really?
a couples tournament. So myself and the missus will be out there. And then I just talked to Big U the other night, Jason, and
Yep.
my wife's wanting to put together an all wives or women's madness team for next national. So that would be pretty cool.
That's spectacular. Very nice.
Yeah.
Slappy. Oh, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. Cursive and I are going to be the cheerleaders. I don't know if you've ever seen the 610 Stompers in New Orleans. Just Google that, guys. That's where we're going to be. Just Google that.
Don't let Jason fool you, man. That guy can do a backflip. I've seen it.
Pretty agile, like Kung Fu Panda, guys.
Actually, Tex, there is one more question I have, it's funny. We used to do a show called BPX After Dark, and Beach used to be he was the host of BPX After Dark, and I would ask Jamps all the time. I'm like, how much do you think this is worth? How much? And Jamps is just like, for those who know him, he's a hoarder. He just collects and collects, and he doesn't get rid of anything. And so Jamps doesn't care about value because he's just collecting it. And so I have to ask you all here, though, a sealed blast box. What is the value in 1 year? And what is the value in 10 years? And let's go with Geek Toy Hut. Let's start with you.
In 1 year, I can probably say in a couple months after half of it's been ripped, but I say in a year, 25K.
Wow.
Okay.
And 10 years?
Let's hope so.
10 years, that's hard. I mean, it depends. It depends if you still have a sealed box in 10 years. In 10 years, there could only be 5 sealed boxes left in existence, 1 sealed box left in existence. So that could be a very high priced box.
Well, I have a little bit of a take on that, and I mean, Devin and Chris probably soup on this, but Alpha BoJack's 101 Super Auto is still in the wild, and obviously that adds to the value of Alpha. So if the BoJack's 101 Glow Auto or the BoJack's Hex comes out of the product within the next 3 months, does that affect the overall value of it? Does it continually go up because there's more chases other than BoJack's, but BoJack's is of course the chase. So if it's still not pulled in a year, then I don't think Tyler's wrong. I think it could be upwards of that number, but I'd be curious to know what that would affect as far as pricing.
No, I still going off of that. Is that the same thing for Alpha Update and Alpha? If the BoJack's in 101 auto gets pulled, will the sealed product still stay at the value price it is and keep going up, or will that take a hit on the price as well since the biggest chase was hit? Same way with the blast boxes as well. Completely different topic, but in the same realm.
Yeah, one thing I would say is, like, I personally have never gotten into a break and said, "Oh, I'm going to hit the BoJack's." You know what I mean? Like, I just buy it because I like the product, and I think a lot of people do that too. Like, yeah, if you hit that card, you know what it's worth, but like, I think we have like truly just set the market for what it is. And like, I do see like those Alpha Jumbos. Like, obviously, those are going to be premium product, but like, I think Update, even if the BoJack's Super Auto got hit from Update, values would stay very similar to what they are right now.
Yeah, and isn't there in the Steph Curry rookie 101? You guys would know better than I would. Isn't that still out there and never been found? There's a I forget the year, and look, those packs are still crazy high. I mean, I think that BoJack's, I think that it helps entice in the chase, but overall, I think BoJack's at Battle Arena is the value is going to dictate the longevity of the increase in value, not just that one chase.
Does anybody have any thoughts on, as great as breaking is for the hobby and everything, and we all love it, is there any thought given to it possibly overinflating the value of certain things, especially sealed product?
The major function of breaking on sealed product is that more sealed has been opened in the last 5 years because of breaking than probably in the previous 20. And that I think is going to be the biggest impact. Breakers, by design, are constantly buying more boxes and then breaking them and the demand for those boxes increases the price of the secondary market box. I think 85%, 90% of Alpha Update has been opened. I really do. There's zero data on that outside of me seeing all of the supers and one-of-ones that are in play, but all 6 one-of-one Vinces were pulled, right? And I've seen a lot of different complete featured hero rainbows that are possible, not necessarily that have all been assembled, but that are possible. So I think like 85 to 90% of the product has been opened. Whenever Topps Upper Deck came out with those really, really high-end limited runs of product from 2010 to 2020, before breaking, would we break 85 to 90% of them? I doubt it. So I do think there's that element, but I don't know if that's artificial inflation so much as just a new way to engage with the product that's real demand for it, right? These are real breaks that have real margin for real businesses that have real overhead that they have to pay.
Yeah, and at the same time, you're exposing the product to many more people than have the ability to go out to their local hobby shop and buy this product too, or any of the products. A lot of the high-end sports products too and stuff. The breakers, that's a value breakers provide, obviously. So, I think we're getting close to the end of the show here.
Oh,
we're about.
Before we do,
What do we have left?
We got.
We have the giveaway. Yeah.
Well, we also have a question from a new commenter. I don't think Matt has asked something. Where do we think the value of some cards will be if people get the cards graded? For example, if BoJack Super got pulled and 100,000 bounty, but got graded and comes back at 10, what is the value then?
Well, Matt, are you telling us that you have the 101 BoJack? You should get it graded or not? I think that the 101 BoJacks will only go up. I think if it sells for 100K, it'll sell for 120. It'll sell for 140 until it finds its forever home. And then who knows who that's going to be? Maybe Sander. We all know Sander now.
If any of you were ever to hit that card, would you claim the bounty or would you keep it?
I'd hold it personally.
Keeping it.
I'd give it back to Bo. I do the Bo's whatever he's willing to give for it. Childhood hero for me. So
Raiders fan.
Well, exactly. Raiders fans. So that's it. Bo wants his card back, buddy, and I pull it. I'm giving it to you.
Yep.
Just come shake my hand again. You know what? This time I want a hug. We're good.
and maybe a drink. Maybe sit down and have a drink.
Yeah, well, let's be honest. What Bo wants it for, he wants it for his grandkids. So to be honest, is like, it's kind of hard to be a jerk. And Bo doesn't want it for a greedy reason. He wants it for his family. So I don't know how you would say no.
I would say no. I would say no. 100%.
No, you wouldn't, Chris.
I absolutely would. If Bo Jackson walked up to me and said, Chris, I understand you have the BoJack Super Auto. Would you please sell it to me? I would say, Bo, respectfully and with ultimate hope that you're not going to throw me through a wall or break me over your head. No, I'm not selling you this car.
He offers you $1 million, Chris. He offers you $1 million today.
I'd have to, obviously I would have to say yes. I had a bounty out for it for 70. And then the collector cash came out for 100. And frankly, internally within Hobby Club, we've been debating increasing that. I think that could be a 7-figure sports card. I really do. It feels to me like it's going to be talked about in the same vein as T206 Honus Wagner, as some of these dual logo mans that the Wondershine Index has purchased. Frankly, I can see the Wondershine Index buying something like this, right? For me, my closest asset that I can ultimately rationalize this against is the Billy 1-of-1, and I've had offers for 40,000 for that card that I've not even thought about. Just thank you for the offer, but no, I won't sell that.
Really? And this person's other than Jeff, who's offered you 40,000.
Yes.
Okay.
The highest offer that I have from a legitimate buyer who would wire cash the next day was 40,000, and I said no. This just feels to me like such an incredible opportunity. Honestly, I'd rather it go down to $1,000 and remember the experience of it going up and down than realizing any gain on it. I do see this as something you would pass on to your kids and grandkids. I understand the reason Bo wants it. It's the same reason I would want it.
Tex, this is the reason why I wanted this group of people on this stage tonight. We said we were only going to talk about blast boxes. Tex, remind me, can you hit the Bo Super Auto in the blast box? Is that something you can hit? Because I'm pretty sure you can't. And we're talking about it?
I think those are huge, though. The Bo Glow Autos, I think those are $50,000 cards. I said that on my stream, and frankly, I would probably buy one for 50. Somebody hits the Alpha Glow Auto Bo 1 of 1, that's probably $50,000, $60,000 card.
Have we seen a Bo Auto out of blast yet?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, we did. Which one did we? Which one came out?
Hobby Club's the worst place to open.
Multiple.
Valley Hit House hits better cards. Bazooka Vault hits better cards.
Well, I know where I'm spending my money now.
Exactly.
Sorry, Chris.
It was pretty insane what some of the stuff we hit, man. I'm not gonna lie.
The Fire Auto Bow that you hit was just incredible. Devin, you hit 2 auto bows. One wasn't enough.
Well, and the thing too is like it's so shocking. I know you guys said an hour and a half max, but real quick, I just want to say this: like, Bo has never signed on a fire card or an ice card. He's never had a fire and ice auto. So when we hit that, it was like the most like shocking like experience because you've never seen that card, and it was like it was wild. And I'm happy for Sander. He got that spot, but also I was a little bit jealous. I'm like, oh, I need that.
Devin, I have a question for you though too, because obviously we do our power peaks as a breaker, keep the suspense. And the moment that I peaked, Fire 190. There's nobody else it can be. There's not a single person it can be other than Bo. And so because I know we talked about this, like, we like didn't even process in our head before we opened the blast that Bo would sign on a fire and an ice card. So when you did it for the first time and you peaked the 190, did your mind go to Bojacks? You're like, what?
No, I seriously did not think of it. That was not even in my brain. I was like, he doesn't find it. Like I know that he had the glow auto because it's on the box, so you're on the back of the box. But like fire and ice, I did not even think of it. Yeah, it was shocking.
It was awesome. It was a great rip.
Unfortunately,
packs. You guys rip those packs, but we have someone on the panel that bought a spot and hit a Bo, and I'm pretty jealous of that.
Really?
Tex. Unfortunately, I hope Bo is not watching this. Because I noticed in the comments, everybody's talking about $1 million. So
I hope Bo is watching this because I'm gonna tell you right now, if Big U, I'll put it out here. Big U hits that 101 Bojacks auto. I'm calling all you boys, and we are going to Bo. Okay.
Okay.
And we're going to have a big old party, play a couple rounds of golf, and we're gonna have a good time. Oh yeah, we are, Chris. You don't have to come. I'll bring Cole. I'll bring Cole. That's what we're doing, okay? Because this has been an amazing experience for my wife and I. We do this together, and I love it, guys. I love seeing. One of the first interactions I had with Chris was he was picking on Cole, which you do a lot, buddy. Just so you know that he was in the back chirping. I'm like, who's the peanut gallery in the back chirping? And here he comes. And I'm like, oh, that's the boss. So, look, again, I love this community. I'm happy to be here. And if I hit that, it's known. Okay, we're going to Bo's house. Okay, all of us. And Chris, I will come pick you up, buddy. And we're going.
We'll kidnap Chris. We'll make him go whether he wants to or not.
Yeah. I think Dan, how fun would Dan be in Bo Jackson's house?
Dan's a good time.
Yes,
I'm the worst person to hang out with at Hobby Club. Dan, Mitch, and Cole are such a good time.
Oh, no. Come on, brother. You're fun.
They would have so much fun. No, I would be so morose in the corner of that room where y'all are all having a blast with Bo. I'd be sitting in the corner just weeping.
I can't believe you did this, Big U. I can't believe it.
Snappy, do you have one more giveaway to do?
I do.
All right, let's get it done.
This one's a little bit more competitive. So you're not going to have your chances are 1 out of 42. 1 out of 42 to win a blast pack. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. This is for the second blast pack. And just a word of caution is they're shipping it to me, but it hasn't come from Bo Battle yet. It's going to arrive. So before you say, where are my packs? Where are my packs? I will ship them as soon as I receive them. Good luck, everybody.
Oh, drum roll.
See, Lady Curse has been there.
Beach. Nice. 74. Awesome. Congratulations.
Tex, before you go to everybody for their final words, I do want to say there will be an additional giveaway. We have a third pack. We're going to be giving away. The hero is actually going to be given away to somebody who's in the BoBA channel and the Radish Discord. The hot dog and the play are going to be given away to somebody who comments on the YouTube video. We'll randomly select somebody there. We'll go ahead and do a randomizer just like this. And then the other thing, before you go ahead and get the final word and thank them, I just want to thank everybody on the stage. I've been really excited about this project. I love watching the breakers. I, admitted to a few of them. I do take the app off my phone. I watch on desktop, which is a great way to restrain yourself. And I enjoy having you guys in the background while I'm doing different things. But to have you guys, the subject matter experts, nobody sees more product. Nobody is, it's like the whole Malcolm Gladwell 10,000, right? You guys go through 10,000 cards. You know it better than anyone else. And so it's so great to turn to experts like you. And I'm so glad to see the audience tonight just talking about they just want to hear you talk where it doesn't cost them anything. No, I'm teasing. They just want to hear you talk because they love hearing you guys just being able to talk about the product. You're all welcome back, of course, and we look forward to the other breakers. But Tex, I'll turn it over to you to give the final word to all the folks. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. And thanks to the audience. You guys were great with your comments tonight. Congratulations to the winners.
Yeah, this has been wonderful. Thank you all. And one of the reasons Slappy takes the Whatnot app off his phone is because I've been known to call him late at night and force him to go halves on breaks with me. And he does not like doing that. Anyway, it's been wonderful having you all. Tyler, let's give you the last word.
Well, thank you everybody for joining and allowing us to be here and talk about BoBA, and hope to see you guys in the next roundtable discussion. There's a lot more to talk about, a lot more. And I'm excited to be a part of this community, and thank you everybody for being here.
Excellent. And Tyler, when is your next break? When are you live again?
Probably tomorrow at like 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
All right, everybody, make sure you bookmark all of these guys on Whatnot. Make sure you bookmark and follow all of them so you can know about all their shows when they're coming.
The link's in the description text. We'll get it in.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Jason, final thoughts.
Yeah, super excited to be here. This is a lot of fun for me, and my wife and I do it together, and appreciate everyone's help with this. Appreciate the BoBA community, the product, the people, the love, and man, just blessed to be in a room with the giants of BoBA, and I appreciate it and respect everyone very highly that's in here, and hope that everybody continues to have fun and being on this train and watching BoBA continue to grow.
All right, excellent. And when is your next stream?
We're streaming tomorrow night, and then we do our world famous BoBA single show on Wednesday night.
Okay, and just for everybody watching, we're recording this Sunday night. So depending on when you watch it,
I'm sorry, we're
talking about
Monday night. Yeah, we're talking about Monday night.
Okay. Yep. Excellent. Valley, coming off here. You can finally go to bed now. We're almost done.
Still no bedtime. We got to get this stuff shipped out, man. So, I mean, we're currently working on that, but I want to say thank you to everybody that was here watching the breakers talk about breaking. Valley's super excited for all of our future theme streams, and I hope you guys will all be a part of those. We have an 80s MTV rebranded to Valley TV 80s theme show coming up next weekend on Sunday, and in the future, Chris and I have talked about some stuff, and Devin and I have talked about some stuff, and Jason and I have talked about some stuff. So you may be seeing some co-hosted shows in the future with some of your favorite breakers doing it together. So we're a community, and we absolutely love all you guys. I mean, I have the most fun just sitting in chat. Like last night, you guys roasted me for 2 hours saying that I was 42 years old. All right. And you know what? I had so much fun. So
there's nothing wrong with being 42.
Hey,
I would kill to be 42.
Yeah, I wish I was 42, boys.
Yeah.
So, lots of cool
Thank
stuff.
you, Soothing. Oh, and Soothing, when is your next stream?
It'll be on Sunday night. This coming Sunday.
A week from today.
Week from today. Yes.
Excellent. Anthony, Cursive.
Yeah, so thank you, Slappy, Tex, inviting us on tonight. Being a part of this panel was great. All these other guys we know, we love. Thank you for everyone who's watching right now, who joins into not only my shows, but everyone else's. One thing I want to mention, I know you guys see me in these gentlemen's shows, all the shows, buying up spots. I want to let you know, whenever I hit something big, it's getting recycled back to the community. So you'll see it on my show as a buyer's givey, as something that we're sending out. So We're always got stuff coming in, and it's always going right back out. I very, very rarely keep stuff. My wife thinks I sell things for too cheap sometimes. But hey, she's a buyer too, and she has a very expensive deck we're putting together. But thank you guys again for everything that you guys are doing, and everyone out there is watching and supporting us as well.
And Cursive, when is your next stream?
It's probably going to be Tuesday or Thursday this week. Probably part of the Shoe Shake Raid train. So whatever we get scheduled.
All right. Bubblegum King. Let's have your final thoughts.
I won't be too long-winded. I just want to say thank you to everybody. Obviously, like this entire community would not be what it is without the people here commenting, giving their thoughts, asking questions, doing all of that. So I really appreciate that. And then to all the other breakers on the call, really appreciate you guys. It truly is a community. It doesn't feel like one of those things where it's like competition. At the end of the day, we're always there to help each other. I think that's one thing that makes this community so special. So yeah, I appreciate everybody.
Awesome. Thank you. And your Bazooka's next stream is?
Yeah, so we go live Tuesdays and Fridays as of right now. That schedule could start changing, but yeah.
Excellent. And like I said in the beginning, last but certainly not least, Hobby Club, Mr. Chris.
We're live every day, twice a day until we do 24-hour, which is coming very soon.
We should ask you when you're not streaming is what we should ask you.
I have 3 things. Number 1, sell me your Vince Young cards. Number 2, hook 'em horns. Number 3, let's frickin' bow.
Let's bow.
Let's bow.
Awesome. And on that note, I think we're going to wrap it up for this week. We'll be back next week. This has been BoBA Breakers Backstage, presented by Radish, with my producer, Slappy White. And I'd like to thank everybody that was with us tonight. Cursive, Hobby Club, Bazooka, Big U Breaks, Valley Hit House, and Geek Toy Hut. We love all of you guys. We love watching you guys. You all do a wonderful job for BoBA and Wonders and everything else great. And hope everybody enjoys what Sunday they have left. And we'll see y'all next week. Ciao.
Woo!